Hey guys, it's Chief Logan here from Emphatic, and today I'm going to bring you the first recap that I'm going to make for Emphatic, and that is our war against North Watchers. It was a great fun war for everyone here in Emphatic, and I hope it's the same for North Watchers. We ended up pulling out the win with 84 stars to 81. It was a great show by North Watchers, very competitive war, and great for Emphatic to get back on the train of arranged wars after having a little bit of a break due to leadership changes and such. But let's get down to it with our first raid, which is on 24 by Blaine. And that is going to be a go wee wee with loons on the back end. A raid that you don't see very often at Town Hall 9 anymore. It was quite a popular raid back in early 2015 probably. Back before we had all the Dark Elixir spells and healers and all that. So he's just going to break in here straight into the Queen compartment with 3 golems and 2 witches and his heroes obviously, and they're just going to melt through this. You've got quakes, perfect job of using the quakes to put as much damage as possible onto as much defences as possible. And you'll see that he holds back his second quake for when the Teslas pop around the clan castle, so he can do as much damage to them as possible too. So you've got 2 jump spells, getting into all the compartments with all of the air defences, and then as you can see from the rest of the base, there isn't much left for his loons to take out. And Blaine always does a really good job of bringing loons into every raid that he does. I don't think I've ever seen a raid from Blaine that has not involved loons. The guy's crazy. Loves loons. And we really enjoy seeing them in Emphatic. If you want to know anything about loons, you ask Blaine. So his queen is just taking down the last 2 air defences, still got both hero abilities, and the air defences are already down. The base is decimated. He's just dropping the loons in surgically on all of the air targeting defences. Golems are still tanking a little bit. King's still going, tanking a little bit, and yeah, it's game over for this base. So taking down the last few defences, and it's just clean up from now on. Both heroes alive, quite a few loons, a few wizards he's dropping around the base to help clean up, and that's game over. The second raid we've got is on number 18, which is another one from Blaine, and that is a Goho Laloon, which is a very interesting attack. As I say, Blaine always manages to mix loons in, and this is a perfect example of the crazy sort of raids he does. He's just breaking into the bottom here with 2 golems and a few wizards. His queen will come down soon, I think. Dropping that test wall breaker. It's always a good idea to drop your test wall breakers, especially in Elite Wars like this. Most people will have bombs on the outside, so they kill your wall breakers. So perfect job, Blaine. So his queen's just breaking in here. He's actually going to have 2 break-in points. He's got a golem coming in at the top with a few wizards and soon to be his king. But as you can see here on the bottom, his queen is taking down the P.E.K.K.A before it can do too much damage to the golems, and also that CC loon was taken down by the poison spell. So he's just going to keep his heroes going through the base here, getting out all of their defences except one, and the queen of course. Sadly, his queen does go south and get stuck on a wall in a few seconds, but there's not much you can do about that. Queens are going to be queens, and their AI is never perfect, but it's what it is. You can see at the top he's just dropping a few hogs in targeted on the defences to help them get down. Second jump spell dropped. King's going to run round, get those Teslas down, which is a great thing to do, because Teslas are deadly to loons if there aren't hounds absorbing the damage. So his last hound, well, his first hound and last, is just coming at the end. The loons are going to all target onto it in a few seconds and just overpower it. Last hound pops. Pups are about, trying to clean up. He's got a wizards coming up at the top, wizard on the left, and he's got a quake in the bag, so swag quake. Queen's still alive, couple of golemites. He's just decimated the base. Great job, Lane, pulling out a 6-star war. Our next raid is on number 15, which is a Queen Charge Dragloon by Advised Walrus. He's going to start his queen down here. 3 healers, I think. No, 4, sorry. Just making a funnel for her. Minion on the bottom, wizard up top. Drops a giant, stop the queen getting targeted by too many point defences at once. And also so he can absorb that wizard tower to drop his wall breakers in. So his queen's just going through the base. She'll take down 3 air defences all by herself once she's got through this CC Hound. He's managed to take 4 hastes, all because his queen can just take down so many air defences without being exposed to many point defences at all. So it's just taking a while to get through this Hound. I'll speed that up a little. Poison down on the healers to stop the pups doing too much damage. He's not even dropped a single rage spell yet. He's still got 4 spells in the bag, and the second air defense is about down. Minion at the top to create a funnel for his king to go in and take down that last air defense. Queen engages the king. She's got a rage down for her so that she can take him down. And soon we'll see the king coming in to take out that last air defense, I think. Sometime soon, anyway. Yeah, here we go. King down, couple of wizards to funnel and wall breakers. There we go, you see that test wall breaker again. So king and wizards go in, take down quite a few defences, and the most important one is the air defence here. You've got a loon on the bottom cannon, just to clean that up a bit. These wizards and king will just clean up the bottom. They probably won't die for the whole raid. And then his dragons and loons come in at the top. Tesla farm pops, but that's not going to be bother. They've still got 2 rages. Takes down the queen in like 2 breaths of the dragon's fire. Loons are coming in, taking out the sweeper. Queen has even come up and taken out even more Teslas. Loons on the back end, and there's nothing else that can stop all this amount of dragons. Still 4 dragons alive, and 4 loons, I think that is. Queen's alive, king's alive, both at full health. Wizards going around the base, cleaning it up, and that's that base gone. It's just clean up from now on. The next raid we have is One Up on number 14 by Clashing Matty, who is actually Jack using his account because Matty had a busy weekend. So well done to Jack for stepping up and using Matty's attacks. Here it's just starting off a queen charge. Queen will just melt through all of this base. The way it's set up, the queen can just go through all this bottom part without using any spells to break the walls. And as you can see, he's just starting to go Vaho up the top. Taking down the king, taking down the queen, and quite a few defences on the way. So the king and Valks are going in, engaging the queen. Queen's engaged the king, he's going in, he's just going to smack her about, and she's going to go down in seconds. Lava Hound in the CC, which he knew, so he didn't need to kill that with the queen or anything, is going to do absolutely no damage to that golem or the king. So, perfect scouting there. Rage down on the queen to keep her alive and get her through the wall. And just sprinkling hogs in on the back end. So the hogs are going to take down this quadrant of the base and then move on to the right quadrant. Queen is now stuck on the hound, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what happens. And as you'll see here, the hound pops and actually starts targeting the hogs, which is a bit of a shame, but he does drop a poison in a pretty good place to stop the pups, but one does survive. Doesn't take out many hogs at all though. The hogs are just taking out those last 2 wizard towers. He's got a heal spell for them. That's absolutely no bother for that many hogs under heal. Now it's just clean up. Many hogs alive, queens alive, kings alive, and wizards are going around the base. Perfect job to Jack. Well done. Number 10, which is a bit of a more traditional raid, but done in a modern way by... This is Causey's account, but I don't know who was actually on it. You can't see the letters in Android for some unknown reason. But he starts off with a golem, the queen, and a few wizards to funnel. This is just a plain old shattered Laloon, but it's more of kind of a walking queen golem. So the queen will walk down the way and the golem will tank. It's much better than just 2 healers on the queen, which is the same amount of space. Breaking in at the bottom with the king, the golem, and the queen. Jump down. 2 air defences there are going to go down because of the queen and the king going through. King comes through. 2 Teslas, Expo, Archer Tower, all going to go down in this. Rage down to help them through. Another hound in the CC. The queen isn't on it yet, so the more damage she can get before she targets onto the hound, the better. She's now targeted the hound. The king is dead and poison down to help the queen take down those pups. Ability on. She'll take down that Tesla before dying, I think. And then he can just straight up Laloon the rest. Like, this base was perfect for this type of attack. And whoever done the attack on Causey's account, well done. It was perfectly executed and planned. Hounds coming in, targeting all of the air defences and absorbing all the damage for the loons behind them. Rage down to help them through there. That's a quite high HP area. And the hound comes in to again absorb all of the damage. Hound's on the back end in a haste. And this is just going to be overpowered. I think, yeah, there's still 2 hounds up. And there really isn't that much of the base left. I'll just zoom through this. There's no need to watch it. Last hound pops, and from then on it's just clean up. Absolutely overpowered the base. Great attack. Next one up is number 9 by Advised Walrus. This is a Queen Walk Govaho, which is quite common to see in Emphatic, and I did try and pick raids that were less common to see, but this one was specifically good because the amount of base that his queen takes down is a crazy amount. So she's just going to be on this quite a high HP area just now, so I'll zoom through that. She comes in, got a couple of point defences on her. The king gets aggroed by her, so Advised drops a rage and a poison so that the queen can get through him. And then she'll come in, queen is on her, drops the ability, queen goes down, and yeah, the queen continues walking. There is a P.E.K.K.A, which is, it gets a little bit close with the Archer Queen health, but he drops a wizard in to help the queen down. To help the queen take the P.E.K.K.A down, should I say. Queen's just continuing to walk. She takes down that huge bottom part of the base, then he drops a golem, a few wizards into funnel. A couple of hogs in, because there's nothing hitting those hogs. That golem is tanking. Perfect use of the hogs there. Great scouting. Golem is walking. Now there's nothing in that compartment, so the wall breakers target the next one along. Queen is still alive, as you can see. She's still going through all these defences, making a great job of that queen walk. Drops in Valks and a king. A little bit late, but it's all he could really do with the golem dying early and not tanking as well as he'd hoped. And I think he has misplaced the jump. Yeah, that is a bit unlucky. Just a few pixels off. And the queen comes up, takes down this she doesn't take down the whole Tesla farm, but she does a really good job of helping the hogs out. And look at the amount of the base that queen has taken out. Drops his last few hogs in, the king's tanking. Yeah, great attack. Well done to advised Walrus. Last few hogs come in. A healer's still alive, healing the king. Last double giant bomb gets triggered, but there's nothing left. This base is over. He even drops in clean up hogs down at the bottom. Few wizards up the top cleaning up, and the hogs have got the middle. And that is that. The last raid we have is on number 7 by My Precious, which is a Town Hall 10 3-star, which is not very often to see. This is a Queen Walk Laloon. Starts his queen off at the bottom here. I think he'd hoped to get that army camp for free, but he'd maybe messed up the plan a little. Yeah, drops minions on that army camp to funnel. And so what he's hoping to get out of this is that air defense there, the queen. But what you'll see he does with his king is quite genius. So the hog comes in, gets the CC lure, it's a hound, so he's just going to leave the queen to take down the hound in its own time. It might take a while, but with a level 40 queen, you can afford to take time. Hound going down, speed through that. Rage is down to help the queen out. Pups are now out, they're going about trying to take down the queen, but nothing is happening. The last pup goes down and the queen goes kinda outside the base. He's quite lucky that the queen went back in. Another rage down to help her through those defences and the king. And then on the right here, he gets a golem, a few wizards and a giant tanking. Queen takes down the queen. Wall breakers going in there. I think he was a bit worried that his king wouldn't go the right way because he dropped another jump down, even though the wall breakers opened that compartment. He probably could have dropped the jump more central so that he got the middle compartment as well. Queen's going to take down that wall in no time because she's level 40 and she's beast like that. Healer's still on her, keeping her alive. This air defense is going to go down as well. King's going to come back and jump over for it. And then he gets raged up, comes through and takes down that Inferno as well. But as you can see at the bottom, he's already got a bunch of hounds and a bunch of loons coming in and taking out that side. Great job here, MP, who is our new leader actually, so congratulations to him. Barely anything left of the base. He's got a freeze and a haste left. The loons are all converging on the last air defense. Hound is still, well no, the golem is still tanking, should I say. Haste onto that air defense and they all come in and converge on it. Great job to My Precious, even had his AQ ability in the bag. Now it is just clean up from there. So that is our last raid. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give feedback. This is the first of its kind that I've done, so like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Contact me on Twitter if you want. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you later.